Yo, peace family, it's your boy Gems. Been a minute. Just wanted to tap in with you guys. Felt called to just share, hopefully, an uplifting message right now with all that we have going on. Forgive me, I'm outside, so nature's a little loud, but I guess that's what we need for our healing. um, so I think today Saturn goes retrograde in Pisces. For those of you who may know about astrology, or maybe you don't know, whatever, what that typically means is what Saturn represents is like the military parent, is the way I look at it. The disciplinarian, the thing that creates rules for you, may have set boundaries for you, things like that. Can kind of make sure that you're coloring within the lines, that kind of thing, the thing that keeps you on a particular path. And so with it being in Pisces and going retrograde, when I think of retrogrades, I think of internal shifts, internal focuses. And with it being in Pisces, which is the water sign, representing partially emotions and spirituality. And so I think these themes are what's going to come up. Not only that, we have eclipse season upon us within the next couple of days. I think within the next week or so, we should have a lunar eclipse coming up. And then we have some equinoxes, I think some time after that, the fall equinox. So what I'm saying to you right now is there's a lot of energy in the air, and you're probably going to feel that. Your intuition might be a little bit more sensitive than usual. You may be feeling triggered more lately. You're like, yo, what's going on? Like, why do I feel so icky? Why do I feel so sensitive? Why do I feel so charged? Why do I feel so irritable? Because a lot of shifts are happening right now. And I just wanted to give you guys an encouraging message for those of you, as you guys know, that like during this time, eclipse season can bring some challenges, some changes. A lot of times breakups happen, things might happen with your job, accidents, that type of shit. Stuff happens during this time, and I'm not trying to fearmonger you here. I'm simply just telling you that like whatever it is that's happening, I just want you to know that's happening for a reason. Trust your intuition. I just had a dope conversation. Well, not a dope conversation. I just had a conversation with somebody who's going through something, and like it was completely unexpected. And I hate to use a cliche term, like expect the unexpected, but like there's things that can happen that you could never truly prepare for, obviously. But I just want to remind you guys that whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, just know that it's temporary. Like, it won't always be this bad. And if something ended, it was meant to. Because there's something greater out there for you. It may take some time to get there and to get it. You may have to let go of who you were to receive it. But there's a reason that you're being pulled on this journey. And I know that can be tough sometimes. So I just want you guys to like hold your head up. Know that these things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. Trust God. Trust the love that you have for yourself. Trust in your intuition. If you're being prompted to make the tough choice and you know what you need to do, but you're just scared to do it, just do it anyway. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's not a good time. I know it doesn't feel good in the moment, but it'll be the best thing for you. And I want to encourage you that just so you know that you have everything in you to do that thing, whatever it is that you're being pushed to do. So I don't know what this message is for, but you may have a tough choice that you got to make, but make it anyway. Choose you. Choose what's in alignment with the love within yourself. Make decisions from your heart space, not just from your emotions, but your emotions are telling you how you feel about something. You're supposed to do the deep dive to figure out what it's telling you, what's the message, what's not in alignment, right? Your emotions tell you what truly you are or aren't in alignment with, right? So if you're angry, your boundaries might have been disrespected, Maybe you were supposed to say something and speak up for yourself and you didn't do it, so now you're angry about it. So then you know from that lesson that you need to do this next time. You need to speak up. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of examples out there that I can give. But the point is, you can trust yourself, y'all. I know in the past it felt like you can't trust yourself because you were making decisions from your ego. And you don't have to worry about that anymore. Because if you're watching this message, you know the right decision. You know what you need to do. Trust that. You can trust your inner voice. You can trust that thing that's pointing you in a certain direction. There's an internal compass that we all have. If you don't know how to tap into that, sit, meditate, journal more, spend more time in quiet, spend more time in nature, like what I'm doing right now, just to reset. Listening to the birds, all that just helps up your vibration. Being around trees, grounding yourself, putting your feet in the soil, whatever you got to do, touch a tree, touch grass. Like, I think it's funny that we say that as an insult now, which is funny as hell to me. But anyway, just know that, like, getting into solitude a little bit will help amplify that voice. So things may come up that are going to be uncomfortable, but just face it. You know, I believe in you. You got to believe in you, though. Doesn't matter what the fuck I say, to be honest. But anyways, pull your head, take a moment and just breathe. Close your eyes, inhale through your nose, take a deep belly breath, and exhale out the mouth. Just do that a couple of times just to calm yourself, just to get yourself grounded if you're in the midst of a storm, you know? And then just follow the simple choice, the simple steps. You may not have like, hey, this is the direction I need to go fully. You may not have the entire blueprint, okay? You don't need all the directions. You just need the next step. You know what I'm saying? When you look at your GPS and you're whipping, you're driving, it doesn't show you your entire route on your destination. It either lists it for you or it tells you turn by turn, you're going to be taking a right in 3 point whatever miles. Your exit is this number, so that you know. But it's not telling you everything or showing you the entire route while you're on it. Right? So just trust that. Trust the next step. Take that. And the next step, take that. All right? So listen, guys, I love you. I'm rooting for y'all. Shit, I'm going through my own shit. Like, don't think that like I'm above learning lessons and feeling the things. So trust me, I'm in the midst of my own personal storm, you know, and it's not always pretty. It's not always easy, but we do the work anyway. You know, we show up for ourselves anyway because we love ourselves, right? Like, this is the work, like making yourself, allowing yourself to feel, making the tough choices. The shit is not easy, but it's the most rewarding thing that you can do for yourself because it'll open up avenues and opportunities of which you truly deserve. You know, we always talk about in these manifesting in the spiritual context, and everybody wants to know how to manifest. Well, this is a part of manifestation. Letting go of shit, challenging yourself, stretching yourself. And when you're being challenged in these ways, your nervous system will not like it. It will want to revert to the old ways, to the things that maybe you used to cope, like drinking, smoking, and there's no judgment on those things, or sex, or whatever your vice is, procrastination. You know, we're human at the end of the day. We all have some aspect of these things, so I'm not saying that you should judge it, but know that you don't have to go back to that old version of you. And it doesn't mean that, like, you know, think about it as like losing weight. If you know you need to lose 100 pounds, you're not going to try to lose 100 pounds in a week. You're going to do it progressively. So you start with maybe just walking, and maybe you do some stretching in addition to that. Maybe you start doing yoga classes to challenge yourself. And maybe you start picking up cycling. And then maybe you start doing weightlifting. And maybe after weightlifting, maybe you start doing some type of martial art. Or something even more intense, like CrossFit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a progression. Like, you don't need to do anything overnight, especially when you get that mission. So if God's spirit told you, like, this is what you're going to be doing, you're going to be talking on stages, you're going to be sharing your art, you're going to be a big music star, whatever it is, it's just about taking the small steps, dude. Like, don't be rushing from A to Z. Again, I talked about this in the last video, so I guess we need to repeat it again. Like, just take the steps. one at a time, sequentially. All right, this is what you want me to do next, God? Bet, I got you. I'll do my best. It's uncomfortable, but I'll try. And if you don't get it in the first time, it's okay. Try again when you can. Be gentle with yourself. Show yourself love and grace. I didn't even mean to make this long, but I guess it's what y'all need to hear. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I love y'all. Rooting for y'all. Hold your head. I know these times can be very concerning. There's a lot going on, and it is gonna turn up a little bit, but we're gonna be all right. It's all working and happening for the greatest good of the collective. So yeah, if you feel like you need some guidance, need some assistance, I'll put the link in the description for my to my Calendly, so you can book a session with me. It's only like $33. We'll pull some cards for you and stuff like that as well, if that's what needs to happen. Either some oracle cards or tarot cards, if that's what you want. And we just tap in, you know what I mean? If you need guidance, if you need help, you need to know what your next steps are, we can at least find that out for you. So anyways, link's gonna be in the description whenever I post this, but hold your head, and we'll talk soon. Peace.